Let Okay. So welcome guys. Good morning. I'll start the HTML today. I'm creating a new project.
Hey Kiran, I'm not able to see the screen.
Yeah, I'm sharing it.
Okay. And also Kiran, I'm not able to edit the attendance sheet that you shared
No,
on
no,
your
no, no,
Google
no. We
Docs.
are going to give you another attendance sheet.
Okay, fine. Thank you.
Okay, for the Evelyn and the Avinash, I'm going to give another attendance.
Okay.
Yeah, okay, okay.
Okay. So able to see my screen? Today we will
Yes.
discuss about the HTML part. Index.html. So yesterday we discussed about the head section, right?
Bobby,
Now
అమ్మాయిలు
today we will
ఎక్కడున్నారు?
start creating a
అమ్మాయిలు
simple
ఎక్కడికి
page.
వెళ్ళారు?
Usually what a page will contain,
ఎవరు కూడా వెళ్ళారా?
usually what a page will contain. Let's take the example of a registration page. What a registration page will contain? A registration page will contain uh, first name, last name, age, gender, what else? Country, right? State, address, and then I agree terms and conditions, and then a submit button. Is it what a registration page will contain or not? Agree?
Yes, good.
Right. So we will try to build that particular page. Okay. So now, first of all, we will try to understand few tags and then we will go to the registration page. So first we will try to write the heading. Heading stands for H1 stands for the heading. H1 will range from 1 to 6. That means you can have H1 tag, H2 tag, H3 tag, up to H6 you can have. Clear?
What is H1?
Hello?
Hello?
Yeah.
May I know what is H1?
H1 is for the heading.
Okay.
H1 stands for the heading tag. So now saying heading, saving it. Let us see. Let us render this. You got it? Heading tag. Now I'm doing the same thing with H2. What happened? What is the difference between the H1 and H2? What is the difference that you have found?
Size
The
difference.
size is a little bit
H2
different,
will be smaller.
right? The size is a bit smaller. Now, similarly, the other guys, H3, 3, 4, 5, 6, sorry, H5 and H6. Save it, refresh it. Now, do you see how the font is getting reduced?
Yes.
So, and then the second learning that regarding the H1 tag is H1 is a block level element. Header tags are block level elements. What is a block level element? Block level element, block level element is going to block level element is going to occupy the entire screen width. That is the first learning. That means it will occupy entire screen width. That's why you are finding the second tag is coming in the next line, right? Is it coming in the same line or is it coming in the next line?
Next
The
line.
next line.
Next line. So what is the understanding? H1 block level element. What are the characteristics of a block level element? First one is it will occupy entire screen width until you specify. By default, it will occupy the entire screen width by default. By default, it is occupying the entire screen width. Clear? Or any questions? That is the first thing. Second thing is it will the next element will render in the next line. That is what we are doing. For the H1 tag, it is going to add a line break. Only H1 tag will only H1 and P tags H1 and P tag will add a line break, whereas the other block level elements will not. Divs will not add any line breaks. Understand? So divs will not add any line breaks. Only they will add the they will just come to the next line. So I am doing the same thing with the what you say with the div. So div heading, the same div heading, and div stands for the division, P stands for the paragraph. Now I'm rendering it. Now you tell me what is the difference between the heading tag, division tag, and the paragraph tag. What is the difference? Can you tell me the difference between the heading tag, P tag, and the div tag?
Line break.
Where is the line break? Which are adding the
All
line breaks?
the entire line.
H1 is
For the
adding
heading
the
tag.
line break. P tag is adding the line break. whereas
Yeah.
div is adding or not?
No.
Division will not add any line breaks, but it will come in the new line. That's it. Line break means the gap. Is there any gap between the heading and heading?
Yes.
Is there any gap between the division and division?
No.
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 So div tags will not add any line breaks, whereas p tag and the h1 tag will add the line breaks. Clear?
Yes.
Okay. So this is clear. Now shall I move to the next set of elements? Can I move to the next set of elements?
Yeah, yes. Correct.
So I'm saying index.html table. So I'm just creating a tables. So tables are a different kind of guys. So table will be how a table will be table. What are the things a table will contain?
Rows and columns.
Rows and columns.
Rows and columns. Table will contain simple rows and columns. So now how to do that? TR and TD. TR stands for the
Table rows.
table rows, and then TD stands for the
Table data.
columns. Got it? Okay. Now if you say this, it will be in the form of a table. Now if I'm going repeating this row, that means it will come in a new row saying is it coming properly in the tabular format or no?
No.
It's coming in the tabular format, right? Rows and columns. Of course, borders are not there. We can add the borders. That's not the problem. The session recording? Okay, fine. I'm just wondering whether this session is recording or not. Any questions for me? Now, if you look at this, if I render this, what will happen? Is it coming in the tabular format? Rows and columns.
Yes.
So, what are the elements till now we discussed? What are the block level elements? What are the characteristics of a block level element? Let me ask Ankur. Block level elements, they will occupy the entire screen width by default. The next element will render in the next line. H1 and P tags will add a line break, whereas div tag will not add any line break. Got it? Am I clear? Can I move ahead?
Yes.
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 So tables, Table will be containing the table rows and table columns. Each table, any table you take, it will be containing a table row. Each row will contain columns. You need to define the columns like this. TR stands for the table row and TD stands for the table division or table column. Shall I move ahead? Okay. So we are done with the tables, divisions, column. We are done with the tables, divisions, H1s and the P tags, right? Now let me create a combination of these two. Registration page. So in the registration page, left side will be containing what all will be having in the left side? Labels. That means first name, last name. Right side we will be having the controls. That's how a registration page looks like, right? Normal traditional registration page. Can I create that? Before going that, I would like to give you the elements. First, input. What is an input element? When they say input type equal to text, let us see what it is rendering. What I am giving, input type is equal to text. What it is rendering? What control it is?
Text box.
When I say input type equal to text, it will be a text box. Everyone agree?
Yeah.
Now,
Yeah.
what I'm doing, input type equal to checkbox. What kind of input it will be?
Checkbox.
A checkbox.
It's a checkbox. Simple.
Yeah.
Now, can you guess what will be for the radio buttons?
The circular button.
Radio.
Radio.
Input type
Yes.
equal to radio box.
Radio.
Input type equal to radio. Simple.
Yeah.
Suppose if I'm adding two radio buttons. Now, what we need to do? Because if I say male or female, only one should get selected, right? Not both. Am I right? When I say gender, I will usually give male or female. Either one you should choose, right? But now in this case, we are able to select both. How to do that?
We have to define the ID.
No. Give a property called name. This is only for the radio buttons. Gender, any name you want, but for both the radio buttons, you need to give the same name so that what HTML is going to do is HTML will group them. HTML will group those two buttons and then they will make only one selectable. Now is it one selectable or both? Any moment at any given point of time, inside the gender only one among that radio button list is going to be selected. Clear?
Yeah.
Can I move ahead with other element?
Yes, sir.
Now label. Labels usually will be used to print the labels. That means text. So it's a simple label, nothing else. Clear? So input type text, checkbox, radio, and then now we will see one more type called text area. How many of you use FB, Facebook? Everyone almost, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
All of us.
All of you. So in the text, in the Facebook, what you will, where you will write the postings, you will be write nice comments and all, right? The section which you are writing the comments and all is called text area. That is called text area. Just observe how the text area will look like. It will look like this or no? It will look like this. Your post
Yes.
area.
Yes.
Am I right? Yes. So that's how it will be. Text areas. Okay. What next? What next? What are left with? We deal with the radio buttons, we deal with the check boxes, we deal with the text boxes, drop downs. Drop downs is important, right? Now see the drop downs. Select. For the drop downs, we will use the select. Understand? For the drop downs, which one will we use? Select. Select option value equal to 1. Let's say value equal to, what is the US code? US, right? UK. Now this is going to give you the text box, I mean drop down. So are we done with all the controls? Buttons are remaining, right?
Scale?
Which one?
Yes.
Sliders you're talking about?
Yes.
Yeah, we will come
That
to that.
shows the range, right?
Right, sliders.
Is HTML case sensitive?
No, it's not.
Okay.
You want to try, I mean, either use the capital cases or use the small cases, that's it. It's not. JavaScript is case sensitive. Got it? JavaScript is case
Yeah.
sensitive.
Okay.
Okay, fine. With these controls, can we create our registration page? Can you help me?
Yes.
Fine.
Yeah.
I am creating a table so that on the left side I will be having the labels, and the right side I will be having the controls. Make sense? Table, tr, td, and again one more td. In this td I am creating a label, and in this control I should create a type equal to text. And then what should I do here? Input type equal to text, and the next thing that I should use is the ID, because you will be having lot many input types, so you will not be able to identify which one is what. Which one is what. So that is the reason why we will use an ID. ID text first name.
Can you repeat it again?
Pardon me.
Can you repeat it again?
See, there will be having
ID.
n number of input elements and all will be there, right?
Yeah.
So if it is good, see, in this session there are too many people, so everybody, if I want to identify each one, there should be a unique name for them, right?
Yeah.
So this is an identifier to identify this particular input belongs to text name, last name. This input belongs to last name, first name, like that. Okay. Give
Yeah.
me 1 second. I need to get my charger. Aparna? Anyway. Hello. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah.
My laptop was running out of charge. Okay. So now you
I have a
understand the importance
question.
of ID. Why we need an ID? IDs will give you the identification, identifier, unique identifier for that particular control. Next.
I have a question.
Pardon me.
I have a question.
Yep.
So for the TD, if why we have to use label? I mean, if we just put first name, last name without label,
It
it
will
won't
come.
change anything.
It will come. No problem. There is no change.
So
Usually,
why we need to use
usually
label?
what we do is we will follow some patterns. That's the reason why we don't want to give. See, if I want to, what you say, give some nice styling to the first name. If it is like this, I cannot give this styling. Understand? If I want to change the font and all, directly I cannot change it here. Whereas if I'm using a label, I can change the font and all. Got it?
But we can add ID to this TD, right?
We can add the ID to this TD, but usually TDs we don't add the IDs because tables.
But what if we don't want all the label to be the same style? So we still need to.
Pardon me?
So if we don't want all the label to be the same style, then we still need to add ID to specific TD.
Uh, See, the importance of ID, usually what we do is whenever we would like to what you say, play with some kind of properties of that particular element, then we will give the ID. The usual use case is that you can add the ID to this TD, but how many IDs will you add? ID should be
It
unique.
depends. It
TD1,
depends on, yeah.
right? ID1 TD equal to TD2, but here again you can add ID equal to TD3. Like this you can add. You can add the IDs to the TDs also. Okay, there is no problem that adding the IDs. Did I answer your question?
So the label allow us to style all the labels with the same styling, right?
Right. So
Okay, so that's the only advantage for the
yeah,
labeling.
that is the only advantage. Otherwise, you can directly render that. The content will be rendered, no problem. But if you want to give proper styling and all, or dynamically add the data to that particular text, dynamically if you want to add some text, then in that case, labels will be useful.
Okay, I see. Thank you.
Welcome. So now gender. So gender could be male or female, right? Input type equal to radio. Here, how will I identify like whether the user has selected the male or female? We need to have some value for it. Agree? If I'm selecting male, I should have an M. If I'm selecting female, I should have a f value for it, right? I will be adding a property called value equal to m, and then I'm saying male. Also, radio buttons needs to be grouped by their name, gender. Now I'm
Why
taking,
can't we use ID in place of name?
so for this is exclusively for the radio buttons. It is the browser's property. See,
Okay.
ID should be unique, right?
Mm-hmm.
ID should be unique, but you want to group these radio buttons. You want to group these radio buttons. That means you want these radio buttons, what you say, among these two radio buttons, only one should get selected at any given time. Agree?
Mm-hmm. Yes.
So you are grouping them by their name. You are grouping them by their name. Now when you are grouping by their name, browser understands that all these radio buttons belongs to one group.
Mm-hmm.
Browser understands all these radio buttons belongs to one group, and then what it will do is it will start it will enable you to select only one label at a given time. Understand? One radio button at a given time.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Yes. Thank you, Kiran.
Yep. Now gender is done. Next, country. Can I add the country? For the country, which element we will use? Select. Select ID equal to DDL country. And then we will be having the option value equal to US and say United States, and then option value equal to IN stands for the India, and then suppose if you want to select UK, like this. Let us see whether this is running properly or not. Wow, is it showing the proper HTML or not? Male and female, last name, first name. Is it good?
Mm-hmm.
Now I want to know about yourself. I want to know about yourself. In that case, description. Here, if I want to use the about, which control I can use, because I want to enter some big text related to my this thing. In that case, is text area a good choice?
Yes.
Yes.
Text area ID equal to txt description. Anything you can give because ID is a variable. Okay, ID equal to text description. So if you see, we are getting the description also. Are they properly formed or not? Are they coming in the same line and alignment is good?
Yes. Is it because of the table that you input?
Obviously.
Mm-hmm.
Now, what are the other controls? Terms and conditions, right? Usually terms and conditions will be, what control we will use for the terms and conditions?
Radio.
Radio button? No.
Checkbox.
Submit?
We will be using a checkbox.
Supposed to be yes or no.
Yeah, in the FB page, you remember, terms and conditions, you will be having a checkbox. Shall I write it? Input type equal to checkbox. I agree. Sorry, ID equal to chk agree. Okay, that's it. And then save it. Now check it. Wow, is it looking like a full-fledged page or not? We almost deal with all the controls. Basic HTML controls. Now buttons. Submit button could be there or normal button also could be there. Here I am not adding anything and simply saying here button ID equal to btn submit and say submit register. Got it?
So this should be a form, right?
Yeah. Will it complete my form or not? It's my complete form. Are we good so far?
Yes.
Am I going too fast?
Yeah.
Too fast?
Yeah, for beginners.
Then go through the recording once again.
So, Kiran, can I ask you one question?
Sure.
What is the other element that we can use in place of table to align all those things in
Divs.
the web page?
Divs. You can use the divs, which we will see not now at a later point of time.
Sure.
Okay. So first name, last name, gender, country, description, terms and conditions. So those who are not able to follow, let me ask you them. What is this line saying? First of all, let us try to understand the elements first. What are these elements? What is this element? What kind of element it is? It's a text box. What kind of element it is? It's a label. Agree? So table can contain the elements. A table can contain the elements. Understand? So that's where I am adding the table, and inside the table I am adding the content. Got it? Hello?
Hi, Kiran, you will share the video to us, right?
Yeah, I will be sharing the video to you so that you can review that. Whatever we discussed today, you can review that. And also you will be given the first assignment. You have to submit my first assignment. Please take down the assignment. Create a page that takes the create a page that allow the user to enter the vehicle details. What a vehicle will contain: year, make, model. So here I want the year ranges from 2010 to 2015. I'm not saying which control you need to use. It's all up to you what control you will use, what makes sense. Makes, I need these makes. Audi, Benz, Ferrari, and models for the Audi. Okay, models A5, okay, now win. So max length of the win should be 10 or 16. Max length should be 16. So I need these things: year, make, model, and win. Now I will also, this is the first assignment. Okay, so I want you to use the table. Use table to create, or use table to align the elements properly. Is that fine? Now, second thing, this is the first assignment. Assignment 2. In this assignment, what you need to do is, I need all the HTML examples that are there inside the W3 schools. Simple. You have to submit all the assignments. You have to do it, type it, and send it to me. Or otherwise, I'll give it. Wait a second. Hello.
कंट्रोल होगा क्या कंप्लेंट्स भी करके रखा है अभी आता है कि नहीं पता नहीं
Hello.
Kiran, I have a question.
Yeah.
Like for this year 2010 to 2015, we have to use a select button, like drop down list, or
That you think. I don't say. Whichever suits
okay.
apt, you have to do it.
So they just need to enter the model like 2010 to 2015, or
That's it.
okay.
Just
Okay.
it will, this is the first session. It will give you insight, or it will make you comfortable in writing the HTML syntax. Understand?
Okay.
That is the intention of giving you this. There is no fun in that. Year, make, model. Nothing is there actually. So I will. It will give you a lot of what you say, practice.
Yeah, like practice. Yeah.
Basically the practice. Okay, and then I need another text box. I need another list. We have this one list, right? So this one should be a multi-select, not single select.
Okay.
Not the single select. That means I can select all the things in one go, or I don't want, I mean, I can select one and I can select multi-select. So how to do the
Okay.
multi-select? It's your job. Google it, do it, and submit it.
Which one is multi-select?
Make.
But one car can only be of one type, right?
No, I want to see Audi, Bench, and Ferrari, all these three types, or else. Or else you can make this year as multi-select. I want the multi-select
Okay.
feature. Got it? Which
No
control you will
radio
use?
button.
No radio buttons. I want a list with a multi-select. We know the select box will be having one. That we know already. You can select only one among that particular list using the drop down, right? But I want a multi-select. How you achieve the multi-select by using which control? It's all your R&D.
So you want multi-select for year as well and make
No,
too?
multi-select only for the year. Make and model
Year.
will be the normal thing, normal drop down. Win max length should be 16. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So this is for the vehicles. Okay, coming to the second assignment, create a page. Okay, background should be gray in color. Labels should have 20 pixel font. Okay, background should be gray. Label should have 20 pixel font, and then controls should have equal width. So this, what is the purpose of this? What is the purpose of creating this? Create a bordered table and add the registration to the table. Simple. Okay, so this is your assignment. You take down this assignment and do it and let me know. Simple
Hey, Kiran,
assignment.
in assignment 2, do we have to use the same contents as assignment 1?
You can use a different one. Use different. See, the purpose of assignments is make you more comfortable on doing the hands-on.
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the session, how I'm doing it, the moment I'm thinking something, I'm able to type it and I'm able to do it, right? When you're in the job, you should be able to do that fast. Got it?
Mm-hmm.
That will come only by practice. Even if you know the concept, if you don't have the practice, it will be difficult to manage.
So where we have to submit this assignment?
You can submit it in the GitHub.
Sorry, where?
GitHub, 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 or just create a Google Drive for yourself and then pass that link to me.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi Kiran,
Yeah.
this is my first class actually.
Okay.
So may I know what are the softwares to be installed?
Okay. Yeah. Somebody asked about the softwares. So softwares, first one, you can use Sublime if you are on the Mac. Second one, you can use Brackets. We don't require any major softwares. Okay. These are all optional. Sublime or Brackets or WebStorm or Visual Studio,
Kiran, what is the version that we have to use for Sublime?
any version
Like
is
I'm
fine.
using Mac.
Any version is fine, ma'am.
Okay.
Visual Studio, Eclipse. People may have Java background, right? They can use Eclipse. And then Sublime, Brackets, WebStorm, Visual Studio, Eclipse.
Kiran, can you show us the which format do you want us to submit to GitHub for the assignment? Do you require any specific format or markdown or anything?
No. If you know this, what you say, Plunker, if you can share the Plunker file, that will be really helpful. Directly I can open it. Just check with the Plunker.
Oh, I know it's a dynamic one, right?
Right. I need that. If you can create a Plunker for yourself and just share the Plunker to me, I'll be more happy. Just I can open the link and I can see, and whatever you have done, I can easily do it. Editor, share that link. That's it. Kiran, my assignment is here. Just check the Plunker. That's it.
Okay. Because I feel it's not a complete project, so I prefer share this.
For this particular one, it is fine. Right now, it is fine. Once you move, complete the CSS and the JavaScript, then we can move to the Git structure. I will take a separate assignment on the Git, how to do it. I will tell you so that you can follow that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay then.
Karen, this just weird. My this is my first class too. You can send the link from the Monday and Tuesday, so I can check what
Monday
you
and
did
Tuesday
in the
will
Monday
be
and
Monday
Tuesday.
and Tuesday. I mean, we just had the introduction. Actually, this is the real introduction for the HTML. Yesterday's
Okay.
recording I will share you that recording. Give me 2 days time because I need to consolidate your all email IDs. Got it? I need to consolidate all of your email IDs and then I need to send. So that's where it will take little time. Initial setups. Once we stabilize, it will be pretty easy.
Before I was
Kiran,
doing the HTML with the Node plus plus, that is possible. I can do right now with the Node plus plus, or as you told me the software, I need to use the same software.
No, nothing. Notepad plus plus is fine.
Okay.
Notepad is also fine.
Any benefit for if I'm downloading that software compared to
Obvious.
doing Node plus plus?
Yeah. You will get the intelligence. So it will reduce your typing time. Understand? It will reduce your typing time.
Okay. Any other website that you recommend as we can read
Sure.
or do extra work for that? You can you can write on the page so that time we have a record for that. We can go online and we can check.
W3 schools. This is the first place where you can do it. V3 schools. First, complete the HTML. Whatever is there in the HTML and HTML5, finish it. First, finish this. Later, I will tell you. See, the complexity will never be lies with the HTML, CSS. They are pretty simple. HTML and CSS are very simple. And interview oriented, HTML and CSS will not play much role. Major role will be on the JavaScript. Got it? Major role will be on the JavaScript. So our focus will also be majorly on the JavaScript. Clear?
Good to know, Kiran.
Yeah. So because HTML and HTML5, people will not ask you too many questions. If you know which tag needs to be used, that is more than sufficient. In the CSS, there are few things which we need to know. If we know that, that is more than sufficient because we have a thing called Twitter Bootstrap. It is going to solve the problems for us. So we don't need to worry much about the CSS and the HTML. What are the questions that will be asked in the CSS and HTML? I will let you know.
So what about jQuery and
Yeah.
AngularJS?
jQuery, JavaScript, these are all next level.
Okay.
And advanced, yes. I remember that.
Yeah, JavaScript, advanced JavaScript, jQuery, AngularJS, Twitter Bootstrap. Okay, so these are the things which we are going to cover as part of the sessions. Okay then. Thank you guys.
so Kiran, do we have class tomorrow?
Yeah, we have class, we have continuous sessions for the next 1.5 month, except Saturday and Sundays.
Okay.
Your Saturday and Sundays.
So no class on weekend?
Yeah, no class on weekends. Weekends will
So
be given full
Okay.
complete
Okay.
assignments.
class
What is
will
the
be
Please
deadline
upload
for?
this assignment so we can look up the thing that what we need to do.
First source is like I will share you that assignment also. I will collect all your email IDs from your vendor and then I will share you that. I'll be in touch with your vendor and then I will contact. Is there any guys from the ICS?
IAS?